She said there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay. I got mouths to feed. There ain't nothing in this world for free. Hello and welcome to all those with ears tuned to sound. I am PeaceforReece, and today we have another album review for you. Cage the Elephant, Social Cues. Now, this is the 6th studio release from the rock band Cage the Elephant. I've been keeping Cage the Elephant under my radar for quite some time. I really enjoyed the band's 2013 studio release, Melophobia. I actually managed to see the band live once, and they put on a really excellent show, lots of energy. The band's more recent studio efforts, though, the past 2 albums in particular, I haven't really felt too much about. Checked out a few tracks from them, but none of them were really gripping me. Didn't feel too strongly or too negatively about them. But with this new studio release, I had really high expectations for it. The singles coming out for it were really good and had really caught my ears. Broken Boy is the first track on the album. It kicks off with these nice, interesting, glitchy drum bits. They then segue into an echoey garage rock groove. The recording on this track is really excellent. Nice punchy drums, a really good echo effect on the drums, instruments, and even the vocals. The track actually contains some real unhinged vocals that I've never heard the singer perform. Overall, a real nice kick into first gear for the album. The title track, Social Cues, continues with some real expressive and fun vocal delivery. And I really do like the nice keys that hang in the background on this. The track overall feels like a really nice compliment to the first one. Its recording quality matches, and the overall vibe really just kind of segues nicely. A few tracks later into the track listing, we run into Night Running. A very interesting track for the band and their discography, not just because Beck is actually featured on it, but mainly it's the vocal delivery from Beck and the actual singer of the band that I don't really vibe well with. The vocals aren't bad, but I just feel they're very drab and a little expressionless. They don't really match the background effects that are really interesting with the nice swirling guitars behind the melody. Skin and Bones and Ready to Let Go are some rather generic cuts that come after Night Running. Nothing really interesting happens on them, but thankfully overall they're not too offensively bad. In the middle of the album, however, House of Glass really ramps things up. It has a really fast chorus with some nice heavy guitar chords at the end of it. The vocal delivery really calls back to Broken Boy, the first track on the album, and contains that nice unhinged feel to him. I really do enjoy this track, but I feel it has one glaring influence on it, and that would be the band The Voids. I'm all for them pulling from some influences, but I feel the track just reminds me too much of them. It's like they don't try and differentiate themselves enough from the band. Overall, not a bad thing, but still kind of a glaring influence. Love is the Only Way opens with a beautiful string section that I could listen to all day. Lyrics have a really sweet and sincere message. Song's pretty laid back and instrumentally is a little bare, and I do wish that there was a little bit more instrumentation towards the end, but overall I did enjoy the song. Dance Dance is a fun little cut that kind of gets the album going off its feet. What I really dig that's different about this track is the chorus is almost a whisper. The post-chorus is where all the excitement happens, with this interesting wailing going, oh, and we even get a fun instrument break with some warbled guitars and effects. What I'm Becoming is the next track. And one word comes to mind, or 2 words I guess, Mac DeMarco. With the lazy vocal delivery and the airy atmosphere about it, it's really hard to deny this influence. It's kind of a shame they really didn't make an interesting song out of it. I feel that this is kind of another instance of them just taking from one of their influences but really not putting their stamp on it. Though I will give this song one credit. The string version of the melody on the outro is absolutely beautiful. Goodbye is the closing track on this album, and really, I gotta be honest, doesn't really give us much to work with. The track just kind of meanders with some lazy vocals and then some random string bits here and there. Lyrically, it's incredibly bland and doesn't offer anything interesting. Other than the actual title of the track, I really have no idea why they chose this as the ending song. And that is Social Cues by Cage the Elephant. Social Cues contains some interesting ideas and some well-executed fun songs such as Broken Boy or Dance Dance. Sadly, it doesn't help get rid of the numerous duds that are on this album though. While I can tell the band had a style and sound they were going for, I feel that they don't really maintain it over the whole course of the album. I do admire a lot of the production on this album, and a lot of the recordings real punchy and vibrant and interesting, but sadly it's just not maintained throughout the whole album.
If they cleaned up or spiced up the tracks in the middle and then cut off the ending track altogether, I feel it really would have helped this album. With all that said, in the state the album's in right now, I have to feel 6 out of 10 is an appropriate score for it. It's a slightly above average effort from the band, but by no means the best of what they're capable of. Now, if you like what you saw or heard, stick around. Got more coming. Anything else you think I should check out? Let me know down below. Any albums, songs? It's been PeaceforReece, signing off. Cage the Elephant, social cues.
See? Being nice.
I am busy. What's my outro?